NZXT H7 Flow Review. The NZXT H7 Flow ATX case provides good performance and value and is an attractive option due to the basic features it offers, which are better than those of competing models. The H7 Flow, a member of NZXT's H7 family, has a perforated sheet steel front, making it the most advanced version of the bunch. The H7 Flow has a steel side panel sitting opposite its glass side, and the rear is far from being ventilated. It has 7 expansion slots, a dual-pattern full ATX power supply mount, and one 120mm exhaust fan that allows installing a 140mm fan instead. Slot separators are not included in the area, allowing users to install an optional vertical graphics card kit. The top panel of the H7 Flow is ventilated and has a headphone microphone jack, a USB Type-C port, 2 USB Type-A ports, and a power button with an LED power indicator ring at its front. The H7 Flow has slide-out filters for both the power supply and intake gap on the bottom panel. The NZXT H7 Flow comes with a removable dust filter at the bottom of the intake duct, plus a plastic framed filter covers the entire ventilated section of its front panel. The top panel has a filter that attaches to the chassis below. This filter encompasses a space that can fit 3 120mm or 2 140mm fans and similarly sized radiators. Inside, there is space for a 10.6-inch deep motherboard in the gap located behind a removable cable hiding shroud. Additionally, a 60mm fan radiator combination can be installed over the motherboard. A 30mm to 50mm offset is present between the standoffs and 140mm to 120mm fan mounts to accommodate thicker radiators. The panel gap from the front fan mount totals just over 400mm. The power supply has a gap in the front that can accommodate a 60mm radiator with fans mounted on the other side. There is a rectangle hole behind it that enables access to the drive cage release bolt with a tool such as a flathead or Phillips driver. The back of the unit contains 2 large cable management brackets, 2 small 2.5-inch slots, and a 3.5-inch drive cage that is in a separate location from the power supply mount. The drive cage is secured by a thumb-sized operator, limiting the power supply length to 233mm. There are additional tab holes and screws that can move it further, up to 19mm in the front. This also decreases the lower portion of the radiator mount by the same distance. Removing all the panels reveals the substantial internal space of the H7 Flow, with fan mounts located 2 inches behind the front panel. The front panel cable selection includes a one-piece button LED connector, HD audio, USB 3, X Gen 2, Type-C port, and USB 3, X Gen 1. 8 cable ties, 2 additional SSD trays, and a manual. Additionally, there are 18 cable ties included. SSD trays can be installed on the round holes of the power supply shroud or any other vent holes. It is recommended to attach them to the round holes, however. The previous image shows that a 13-inch DPX board fits behind the center support bracket. However, laying it across the 2 snap balls interferes with the cable shroud's top security. It is suggested to use a board with a depth below 11 inches for optimal fit. For up to 10.6-inch depths, the cable shroud can be installed. Once the second and third slot covers were removed, the ATX built to fit into the H7 Flow without any problems. We appreciate the minimalist approach to internal lighting of our finished test building, and users who wish for something more flashy may choose to add LED fans on the top, front, and back.